series on my channel where I post every Sunday talking about the new Attack on Titan episode, and then after Attack on Titan is finished, I'm going to be reviewing other anime seasons, episode shows, just talked about anime in general. So if you enjoy that type of content, please let me know in the comments below, and like the video, comment, let me know what you want me to review, and yeah, so without further ado, spoiler warning for episode 10 of season 4 of Attack on Titan. So I think it was called A Sound Argument, and they did reference the title in the episode, I believe, when the guy was talking about something. Anyways, I just watched it. I haven't watched it more than once, so I'm not gonna know as much, and I was a bit confused with this one, I'm not gonna lie. It was a confusing episode. I think they were getting a lot of background information out of the way. So at the beginning, we see more background information on the scouts and like them beginning, or like when they discovered that Marley was a thing. So we got to see a lot more on that, and we're introduced to the Hiruzu clan or family or nation, and basically they have this symbol with like 3 katanas that represents the Hiruzu family. So the scouts really wanted to use the Hiruzu as like a medium to help them trade with other nations, because if the Hiruzu could trade, they could trade with other nations and then help the scouts out. So that would have been really cool, right? And Zeke's the one that set up the meeting, saying that there are Hiruzu descendants on Paradis, and there were in fact, and the main descendant of their ruler is Mikasa Ackerman. So Mikasa has the symbol like on her like, it's either on this side or this side of her hand, and it's the 3 katana symbol of like their country. So they're like, oh my god, let's go. So they get really excited, and they're down to help the scouts. And Zeke has like three conditions that need to be met, and I can't remember them off the top of my head. Zeke has like 3 conditions that need to be met. I just remember that the last one is like really intense, where like Aaron's gonna need to pass down his Titan pretty much, and so will Zeke. And that's the thing I didn't really understand from this episode, is that I don't understand why they have to pass down their Titans, because the whole point is so that they have someone with royal blood and the founding Titan, so they can combine the powers and start the rumbling, and they already have both of those things, so I don't know why they don't just do it right now. And then like one of the other conditions was that once Zeke and Aaron would pass down their Titans, they'd have to like, the people that they pass them down to would have to like procreate, and I didn't really understand that. So honestly, if you understood that, or if you read the manga and would like to explain that, I would appreciate that, because I was really confused as to why they had to pass their Titans down at all, and why they had to procreate past that. So either way, a little bit confusing on that, but besides the point. Then we start to see the scouts working harder to build up Paradis and like their technology and building a railroad, and you see the scouts having a nice, sweet, heartfelt moment, and Aaron's like, and they're all like, I'll lead the Titan, I'll inherit Aaron's Titan, I'll inherit Aaron's Titan, because apparently someone has to. So Mikasa offers first, and then John, and then Connie, and then Sasha, and they're all like, I'll inherit because they need you more. And Aaron was like, nah, none of you can inherit it because I care about you too much. And then they flash forward to the present, where they all kind of hate Aaron now, except Mikasa still ride or die. I'm proud of her. So, and something that really pissed me off this episode was Connie in the present was like, Mikasa was defending Aaron, and Mikasa was like, he's probably doing that because he just trusts us, and he doesn't trust anybody else to help. So he kind of needs us. Like, that's why he put them in danger and had them attack Marley with him. And Connie was like, well, every time, or no matter how strong you are, Aaron always kept you away from the front lines, so that doesn't make any sense. And on top of that, when Sasha died, Aaron laughed, and Connie was like, why would he laugh if he cared about us? And apparently Mikasa just happened to forget that whole scene when Hannes died back in season 2. Back in season 2 when Hannes died, Aaron was laughing, hysterically laughing and crying because, believe it or not, Aaron is pretty mentally ill, so they kind of need to get off his back with that one. And that really bothered me because I like Connie a lot. So when he said, oh, he laughed, like, obviously it's dramatic. And, I mean, Aaron's going through a lot. He's doing his best right now. Like, get off his back. I don't understand why he would blame him for laughing at Sasha's death. I've seen stuff saying that, like, he laughed at Sasha's death because he couldn't do anything to stop it. Or something like that. But either way, it doesn't really matter. Aaron had no choice. So, kind of pissed me off right there. And then, we see a complication in Zeke's plans. So his plan was to pass down the Beast Titan to Historia. But unfortunately Historia got knocked up and is pregnant now, super pregnant. We didn't get to see who, or we got a little background on who he was, but we haven't seen him yet, and we haven't been introduced to him yet. But basically, Historia got pregnant with one guy. I don't exactly remember his backstory, but basically, like, used to throw rocks at Historia to try to get her attention, and then felt bad, so started doing work, and then Historia approached him, and bing, bang, boom, there's a baby in her now, so, Historia, they don't want to pass the Titan down to Historia while she's pregnant, just in case the kid dies, and it's kind of important, because it's royal blood, but, yeah, a lot of people are pissed off that Historia got pregnant, like, in the generals and all them. They're pissed off because they think she got pregnant just so she could avoid inheriting the Beast Titan. So that's still yet to be seen. So I can't even remember how it ended. I can't even remember how the episode ended. That's pretty funny. Well, anyways, it's obviously just gearing up for whatever's going to happen. I feel like personally Aaron is in control of pretty much everything because they have Aaron in a cell because, they're mad at him for going off on his own. Oh, and they did show a scene in the past where they were starting to plan about infiltrating Marley by, like, having a base on there, which is what we saw at the beginning of the season. So, I do think Aaron's in control because when he was in his cell, he was like, I have the Warhammer Titan. No cell, no matter how deep, how strong, can hold me. So, what's your plan? Because I can be out of here whenever I want. So, it tells me that Aaron is in control, and he does pretty much know exactly what's going to happen because at the end of season 3, we see him kiss Historia's hand, and then he's, like, really fucked up because I think I've heard that he saw everything that's about to happen, and that's why he was, like, crying and laughing at Sasha's death, because he must have saw that in his vision, and he realized he wasn't going to be able to stop it. So I think Aaron knows exactly what's going to happen. And I've seen a couple theories recently, like the time loop theory, the narrator theory. Like, those are some popular ones. Like, the time loop is basically saying that, like, if Aaron messes up, then he'll wake up back in season 1 when he was, like, a kid, and it'll all go through over and over again until he can figure out how to fix the time loop. And then another theory is, like, that Armin is actually the good guy because he's been narrating everything. Like, his voice actor is the one that narrates everything. So they think he's actually the hero, and that he's going to be the one to save the world, or humanity, and bring it to peace, which I'd be totally down for because I love Armin, and I think his character is amazing. And there's also, like, hints towards that, because, like, in season 3, when Aaron was trying to vouch for Armin to be revived, he was like, yeah, Armin's the one that's going to save the world. Armin's the one that's going to save humanity. And so that might be foreshadowing for Armin being the actual hero of the show. So I think that would be pretty cool. But either way, I'm excited to see where the show goes. And yeah, I'm going to give this episode a 9 out of 10. I feel like I'm not sure. I feel like they kind of rushed things. I didn't read the manga, so I don't know. But it did seem a little bit rushed. And I feel like there wasn't a lot of explanation as to why things were the way they were. So I'm hoping we get more explanation later, or I'm hoping that I just missed something, so if I rewatch it I can see it again. So if you guys have any clarification as to why they have to pass down their titans, other than them, like, almost dying do they have to make, like, breed like livestock, like Aaron said? If you know the answers to those two questions, and you're like a manga reader, and you'd be so kind as to not spoil anything, that'd be fantastic. But yeah, anyways, I'd give this episode a 9 out of 10. I think it was pretty solid. I'm really excited to see what it's building up for. And, I mean, at this point, I don't really know what's going to happen. In the preview for the next episode, so if you didn't want to watch the preview, or you don't want to know what's happening in the next episode, then this is a spoiler for next week. But next week, we see Gabby and Falco escape their little confinement, and they seek refuge at none other than Sasha's family's house. So we're gonna see Gabby and Falco seek refuge at Sasha's family's house, and I'm assuming Gabby's gonna have quite the wake-up call about how terrible it was for what she did and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to see where it goes, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed Attack on Titan. Again, let me know what else you want to see, what other shows you want to see me review after Attack on Titan. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful day,